What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a teardown of the TVL mech mod from the Vape Lab 760 here at MT Vapors. We're showing y'all a teardown on it, and we're showing y'all how to do a polishing on it. So first off, it's a hybrid top cap. It's a hybrid 25mm in diameter. It is a hybrid mech mod, so only use RDAs that have a protruding 510. Should look like that in the bottom. Actually, if you see how it has the pin kind of poking out. So, you have the top cap right here. Then what you will have next will be the bottom button. And this is where most of the fun stuff kind of goes on. It right here. This button has the insulator right there. You have the button right here. See how it has that dent or the piece right there? That's where the button's mainly making contact with the battery. It does sometimes dent batteries from every time I've used it. I do end up with dents on the bottom of batteries. That's the only real con I have, but it does ensure that's making the full connection with the battery every time. And that difference is that instead of like a round one where it's not going to make contact every time, like I've had rigs that did not make full-on contact every time. So then that way it wouldn't hit as hard as it could every single time I wanted to hit it. I'd have to hit it at an angle sometime. So what we're going to do now is take apart this button, pop that little piece out, and here this is. This little thread. This is where you see, so the vent holes are all right around it, all up in there. We have a big vent hole right here also at the bottom. You see at the bottom of every button of a TVL it has a giant hole at the bottom. So like this one also, you see how this one has that big hole right at the bottom. And you have a hefty 35-pound spring. It's super hard to even press with your own hands. It's a bit difficult sometimes to get used to hitting a TVL because of that. Whenever you do get used to it, you actually don't notice it as bad, and it feels kind of normal and natural to hit one that's that heavy of a hit, or heavy of a press on the button. Get this one put back together. It's a bit difficult to put back together because of that 35-pound spring. See, it's all back together. Get this screwed on. It's pretty simple to screw on, and then there's everything else on it. You can just take this and screw this back in. I'll show you all the best way to do it actually is hold your palm on it, and that way you can screw it in super easy with one hand. That's how I do mine. I always take my battery out, either just pop this top cap off, which makes it super easy, then you just pop out a battery, or you just take your palm just like that and start getting a little out, and then bam, slide it out that way. Yeah, it is simple, just like that. Put it back together, bottom right here. Drop that battery in. Screw the top cap back on, and you are good. What makes these TVLs so great is that they are #1 American made, so they're not made with any cheap material or cheaped out on in any way possible. These are made the highest quality copper, which is 99% beryllium copper. It's what every other big name brand competition mod company uses. Now, this one, what I really like about it are these rivets. They give it an extra kind of grippy style feel to it. This adds a little different feel to it. These hit super hard. They're some of the most durable mech mods I've ever used. They have some of the best paint job I've ever had on a mech mod compared to another one that didn't have the best paint job, was another rig. I just wasn't really happy with the paint job on it. The paint job on these really doesn't get worn off whatsoever. I've seen maybe out of all the trade sites that I'm on, maybe 2 have the paint wear off on them out of all the ones I've seen. The LEs, such as the blue splatters and the splatter editions, their paint job is even extra because what they actually do is clear coat over the rivets that you see in there, so it doesn't actually fade the copper out whatsoever. Because I've had this for about 2 weeks. I've only had to clean the top piece and the bottom button. The middle and this piece where it says TVL, I've never had to clean that because of where they clear coated over it. So that way it's not going to oxidize over any of it. That's the review on the Colt 45 at TVL. You can get them here at MT Vapors and here in Berea. These black coppers run about $275, and then we also have the brass, we have the coppers, we have every TVL you really would want here. We also have the double barrels, the stacks, the magnums, the aluminum stacks, the stainless steel stacks, any of them that you really want.
Yes, please.